Good afternoon, Super Metroid fans. That's right, we have more SGLive 2022 Super Metroid 90% Silver Bracket Tournament action coming your way right here on SpeedGaming 2. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to be commentating today's race. Second round silver bracket action between mm2nescartridge and BrJoker. Both these runners have readied up, and the gate has been dropped. We're waiting with bated breath for them to start this race, with the winner moving on to face the winner of P-Toil and Sinan. That match to be decided at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time today, while the runner-up today will be bounced to the bottom bracket of the silver bracket to face Chrono. So a little bit about our runners, MM2 and BrJoker. BrJoker is running KPDR boss order, comes in with a PB of a 46.48. mm2nescartridge, also KPDR runner, with a PB less than 20 seconds off of BrJoker's at 47.07. mm2nescartridge is the overall 3 seed on the challenge bracket. BrJoker at 14th, but the competition is fierce, as both of these runners have recently PB'd with race PBs. So we are here on Sirius Station. Our runners are damaging themselves down against this phony Ridley fight, getting down to 24 energy. They will now make their escape off of the Sirius Station, doing well to avoid the magnet stairs, and hopefully not getting too hung up in the tile room. We also welcome in Raiders from Kip's channel. Hope you're ready for an exciting silver bracket race here. Super Metroid 90% tournament, part of SpeedGaming Live 2022. Oh, MM2 definitely having some difficulty in that blasted tile room. A really nice time from BrJoker, 45.93. Oh, MM2 having a bit of difficulty with that ledge grab. Oh, just can't quite seem to get onto that elevator. Finishes with a 37.81. I think MM2 is going to want that one back. But we're less than 2 minutes into this race. And like we said, our runners' PBs are in the mid-40s. So we do have a lot of race ahead of us. And as stated at the beginning, if you're just now joining us here on SpeedGaming 2, this will be Kraid, Phantoon, Dragon, Ridley, the intended boss order for those Golden 4 statue bosses. We'll also be seeing all sorts of mini-bosses along the way, picking up as many items as necessary to go as fast as humanly possible. So our runners have made it to the landing site here in Criteria on the planet Zebeth. BrJoker with a pretty sizable lead heading into the parlor and utilizing that moonfall technique. By selecting the moonwalk function in the options menu of Super Metroid, our runners can uncap their fall speed by executing a moonwalk and then spin jumping out of it. You saw both runners utilizing that moonfall technique in the reverse climb, aka the fall. And that saves a bunch of seconds. But first, before we go up the climb, our runners have made their way down to Retro Brinstar. All those blue tiles on those scary statues, but they have picked up the first major item of the game. And that is the Morphing Ball. With the Morphing Ball, they will be able to traverse through one-tile gaps. And also, once they pick up bombs and power bombs, they'll be able to drop those too. BrJoker picking up that very first missile pack. Those two items, the Morphing Ball and the first missile, are essential to getting this game started. Because the game now intends for the runners, or the players, I should say, to backtrack up back through Old Mother Brain and up the climb. But it will be full of space pirates. BrJoker's about an elevator ahead of MM2 here. trying to avoid falling in the pit. Oh, does fall into a pit, but not a big deal, and goes straight into the climb. The climb is usually accomplished using one of two techniques. You see BrJoker utilizing one of those. That is the behemoth climb, using ledge grabs. Was off to a good rhythm, but now having a bit of difficulty. This could give MM2 a chance to catch up, making up vital seconds on BrJoker. The MM2 using the second of the most standard strategies, right-sided wall jumps. Now into the parlor where precision wall jumping and ledge grabbing is the name of the game to get through these passages as quickly as possible. BrJoker, though, still with a sizable lead heading into Bomb Chorizo. Now, Bomb Chorizo is the first mini-boss of the game. You can see that our runners will have 0 missiles and full energy entering this fight. That ensures that when BT launches those egg-like projectiles from its mouth, our runners will be all but guaranteed to have missile refill drops. Now they have to keep their pea shooter shots in groups of 5 and make sure to finish off BT with a missile in order to avoid the decapitation animation. Look at those staggered missile drops from BrJoker. Tremendous fight. Oh, but does get the decapitation animation. MM2 with a slightly more optimal fight than BrJoker. I think they've finished within a second of each other, and now we are fully synced up, leaving Bomb Chorizo. This is an incredible comeback from MM2 early here. We now have to accomplish the Alcatraz escape. 3 wall jumps with a mid-air morph. Sure, you can input, just like from Street Fighter, to get that mid-air morph into a rolling movement. And now into Terminator, where they will be picking up the first 3 E-tanks. Now, the cool thing about KPDR is that our runners will be just tanking damage through these green pirates. Oh, MM2 had to farm up a missile, and that allowed BrJoker to take a very tenuous lead here, going into the green Brinstar elevator. But they do have full missiles. Unlike if they were doing Phantoon first, they would have destroyed those pirates, meaning they would have to farm down below here in green Brinstar. Fortunately, since they are running Crate first, they have the luxury of tanking that damage, utilizing iframes to avoid half the pirates. But they do now have to proceed with the first major sequence break of the game, that is the early Supers Mock Ball. Pink door open, jump through, full run speed, into a soft morph. Beautiful execution from both runners. Oh, MM2 missing the D-boost off the waiver. BrJoker nailing it, able to pick up those super missiles. So that'll allow them to open up green doors as well as have the highest DPS of any weapon in the game. With the any projectile weapon, I should say. I'm sure Shine Sparking and those sorts of things. Speed, temporary blue from Speed Booster does more damage. But you know what? I don't have that type of data memorized, chat. You know that by now. You know what to expect. Hockey is big on hype and thin on details, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Our runners are now into the room known as Big Pink here in Pink Brinstar. They will be picking up another missile pack, as well as the Charge Beam. The Charge Beam is an essential bit of kit for this any % route. It allows Samus's beam weapon to do 3 times the normal amount of damage as just a standard shot. And with that full beam combination in this KPDR boss order, they will have the most powerful beam combination, and we will have the ability to dispatch Ridley and Mother Brain 2 in 20 shots. Fewer if you count super missiles. Those are essential for the Ridley fight. But through Green Hill Zone now, MM2 was looking for that D-boost, didn't quite get it, but did get the shot on that gate. BrJoker across New Bridge, blowing away that cack attack, maintaining his super count. Ammo management and health management are incredibly important throughout this any % route, whether it's Phantoon or Crate first. But I find KPTR to be an absolute treat to both view and commentate. Ooh, very nice D-boost from both runners off of that scree. Oh, but BrJoker getting not quite grabbed by that yapping mob, but hung up does allow MM2 to gain some traction, even though MM2 did fall into the water as well. So a couple of early little hiccups, just little minor movement mistakes from both runners have allowed them to exchange. Oh, I just love that entrance from BrJoker blowing down the walls with those super missiles. MM2 going with a more standard strat, a tiny bit slower, but much easier to execute and much more consistent. But BrJoker getting a little bullied in the party room. Same with MM2. BrJoker's energy not looking terrific at 63. Maybe not in health bomb range, but getting all supers from Mini Crate. See if MM2 can also have the same. Max supers, health, a little bit shaky here. MM2 holding on to that health, not going with the D-boost into the Ghidorah, and both of them utilizing the same setup for this Crate quick kill. So it looks like BrJoker has missiles selected, delivering 3 supers, and that is it for Crate. Very nicely done from BrJoker. MM2 going with Charge Beam Opener 4 supers, also delivering, also getting the Crate quick kill. Very nicely done. And now the Varia suit. The Varia suit is an essential pickup. Confers protection from superheated rooms of Norfair, as well as 50% damage reduction, and survivability of Mother Brain's Rainbow Beam with only 3 extra energy tanks. Otherwise, it would take 6. And that's a lot of exploration and 21 seconds of fanfare more. It makes sense, no matter your route, to get the Varia suit. BrJoker remembering to jump through the door on that party room. MM2 as well. MM2 was looking to just dunk down into that door, but fell a little bit short. BrJoker, though, didn't quite get the most optimal escape there from Crate's warehouse. Oh, and MM2 electing to grab the Crate tank. This is a nice race safety, but it is going to allow Joker to build on his lead. Joker's already down into Business Center of Upper Norfair. Has a little bit of shopping to do, a little bit of Norfair cleanup. Going to be picking up the high jump tank right now, as well as the high jump boots. See, there's that optimal escape from MM2. Very nicely done, leaving Crate's warehouse into that Norfair elevator. But the high jump boots, and then they'll head over to Bubble Mountain, where they'll pick up a few more items. They'll be picking up the Wave Beam, as well as the Speed Booster, but not necessarily in that order. So MM2 definitely taking what am I trying to say? He's not really taking anything. He's just taking his time. No, he's not taking his time at all. He's doing great to keep pace with BrJoker here. Doing some optimal strats, but BrJoker is in the lead here, about an entire room and an item fanfare ahead heading into the Cathedral. MM2, on the other hand, does have those high jump boots. They just let Samus jump oh so high. But Joker heading into Rising Tide soon, leaving the Cathedral. You see him with that Charge Beam, using that pseudo screw attack. If you hold Charge Beam down, if you hold a charged shot and spin jump, you can do a pseudo screw attack. Great for surviving Phantoon's enraged flame waves, as well as destroying enemies. But now BrJoker is at Bubble Mountain, gonna try to summit. See, there's that pseudo screw attack again. And destroys King Cack. There we go. And now heading into the Bat Cave ahead of Speed Booster. No farm. That is surprising. Perhaps going to farm maybe 2 or 3 times on the leaving Speed Booster. But both of their resources, not a ton of ammunition, but health is looking pretty decent. Although MM2 does have an entire E-Tank's advantage. Look at that shot on that King Cack into the waiver D-boost. Very nicely done from MM2. So despite BrJoker having the lead here, MM2 is nailing these more optimal strats and closing the gap. They're just a high 5 away here as BrJoker leaves speed with that speed booster. Now, speed booster is, again, like the Charge Beam, an essential piece of equipment for any percent, in that it allows Samus not only to run very fast, but to use a movement technique known as the Shine Spark. When Samus gets that blue suit, if you hit down on the directional pad, you will store a Shine Spark, and that Shine Spark allows Samus to rapidly move at the expense of her energy, her HP, in one of 5 directions. Left, right, diagonally left and right, as well as straight up. But now Joker gonna pick up the wave beam. And I imagine both of these runners get late ice. They probably do not pick up Ice Beam leaving Norfair now. They probably pick it up on their second trip to Norfair. So yet another high five here for our runners. MM2 just keeping pace with Joker, but Joker trying to build on that lead. That does complete the Norfair cleanup, assuming that our runners are doing late ice. And so they will be heading all the way back to the surface of Zebes to make it to the wrecked ship for their next major boss battle. Very nice escape from MM2 from double chamber into single chamber now. Really nice movement so far from both runners. Very few mistakes, and those mistakes themselves have been quite minor. Not costly whatsoever. There is a bit of a time save for late versus early ice because you don't have to menu off of ice before you face Phantoon or go to Meridia to face Phantoon and Dragon. Because all that menuing does take some time away. It does make for a very fast red tower climb if you get early ice. But then you also have to visit ice twice if you decide to go with the southern route to Lower Norfair. And if that doesn't make sense, don't worry, because it doesn't make sense to me either. The words just pour voluminously from my mouth, but who even knows what they mean? I certainly don't. I think MM2 is setting up for this Alpha Spark, the very first Shine Spark in this route. Has the Shine Spark stored. You see a really nice red tower climb from BrJoker. Oh, MM2 just can't quite get that Alpha Spark off, but BrJoker is showing off those swaggy D boosts through the hellway down into the Alpha Power Bombs room. Gonna try to stick these D boosts off these booyahs. Look at that. Joker is walking on air right now. But MM2 mounting a furious comeback. Going with that hero shot, hitting that wave beam shot. Oh, didn't quite get through. Gonna have to go back up. Precision wall jumping, very nice from MM2 there. And just sticking those Hellway D boosts with the door opening with that wave beam. Very nice from MM2. But BrJoker maintaining this lead. With power bomb selected, can unlock orange doors now. Yellow, orange, whatever. Orange is just a really light shade of brown. Don't at me, Chad. Do not at me. But now, our runners don't have to worry about continuous wall jump or horizontal bomb jump to cross the moat because they have the speed booster. They can just spark right across it. And it looks like Joker's setting up for the ocean fly. Missile selected, collecting the moat missile. Sparking in the air. Will he connect on this ocean fly? Oh, doesn't quite get the door open. Backs up a smidge. Takes a running start through the door. Gonna get that short charge into an ocean spark. West Ocean complete. Nicely done from Joker. So Joker, the first to make it to the wrecked ship. The wrecked ship's power is off. And MM2 going with a standard strat, sparking through the door and grabbing those moat missiles. So that will be a 2 spark for MM2 as well. But Joker's at least 2 or 3 rooms ahead, but it could all come down to Phantoon patterns. Oh, nice speedball from Joker, heading through that Ghidorah into Phantoon's lair. But a nice short charge from MM2 to cross the West Ocean. Maintaining that momentum. That's the name of the game, folks. Super Metroid speedrunning is all about movement and maintenance of momentum. Economy of movement is the phrase I like to use. Well, landing that X Factor on Phantoon is Joker. Very nicely done there. So that is the special beam attack utilizing the wave beam and a power bomb. Could be looking at a 2-round here. Into a Doppler missile. Ooh, has enraged Phantoon. Didn't quite do enough damage, so this is where that pseudo screw attack comes into play. able to survive these flame waves from Phantoon. This is the this opportunity for MM2 to catch up here is absolutely ludicrous. If MM2 can get a really clean Phantoon fight, like a clean 2-round, could very easily put himself back in contention for this race. Just needs Phantoon to cooperate. That is a dead ghost for BrJoker. That is a dead ghost for MM2. So MM2 has closed the gap on the enraged Phantoon from BrJoker. That is really something else. So I think the deficit has been cut from like 20 seconds to maybe like 4. This race just got a lot closer. All because of Phantoon. Phantoon can be the great equalizer. But that is 2 G4 bosses down. Our runners do have a little bit more housekeeping to do. They're going to pick up their second and final super missile pack here. That'll do it for them. I believe neither runner picks up additional super missiles. The optimal pickups for ammo and health in this route is 3 E-tanks, 15 missiles, 10 supers, and 5 power bombs. But a lot of runners do opt to go with 20 missiles. It's only a 7-second fanfare. Those missile pickups are almost always on the way. It would actually take time to skip the wave missiles. Compared to, you know, maybe not losing your run to Metroid Drop Centurion. Look at that from BrJoker coming so close to getting that optimal addict strat. Same with MM2, came very close, but just needs to deliver the damage. BrJoker into the sky above Criteria. Gonna be soon making it to bowling. That bowling cutscene is really nice because our runners can have an opportunity to reflect and put those little nagging mistakes behind them. Ooh, MM2 getting really bogged down here in the pancake room. I know those enemies aren't actually pancakes. So doing a full farm here and grabbing, only getting health, but with full supers. So BrJoker the first to reach that Chozo statue. Chozo Eye lit up at 2124. MM2 into the hands of that Chozo. Let's see the deficit. About 10 seconds, chat. 10 seconds behind. So, really cut the lead was MM2. Gaining on BrJoker, but BrJoker extending the lead after MM2 had a little bit of difficulty in the attic and in the sky. But now, the prize of the wrecked ship coming to both runners. That is the gravity suit. Swiggity, swaggity, gimme that gravity. New paint job, friction-free movement through water, and 75% damage reduction. Ooh, nice moonfall from Joker. That's pretty neat. I haven't really seen that strategy before. I wonder if MM2 is going to go with the, also going with the moonfall. I guess this is more common than I thought. I thought everyone liked to deboost off of the Ripper. Our runners have plenty of health, even though these crabs right outside of the elevator do pack a wallop. So, quick farm. MM2 taking a dip in the moat, not quite getting across that pedestal where that missile pack was. But that's okay, because we're on our way to the third section of the game. Or I should say, on our way to the third G4 boss in Meridia. Ah, of course, chat. It is faster because of that darn speed booster. How could I forget? You know what, chat? Y'all are just so smart. How could I forget that? Joker falling into a Samus Muncher. This could give MM2 a chance to gain vital seconds on Joker here. Oh, but MM2 making the same mistake, falling into that Samus Muncher, that Vile Plume, but nailing the D-boost on the recovery. Into the red tower, but BrJoker already on his way to the Meridia tube. And for those of you who saw the commercial for this game, know that a power bomb will do it. It will destroy the tube. And once that tube's destroyed, there's no coming back. You cannot put the pieces back together. So Meridia being the next section of the game, I think one of the most technically challenging sections technically challenging areas, but our runners are highly skilled, highly talented, highly practiced. Really nice fish tank there from Joker. Let's see if MM2 can duplicate that success. And a Mount Everest spark from Joker, summiting Mount Everest, heading into Aqueduct to face the next mini-boss of the game, and that is Phantoon. Phantoon is a water snake with a terrible hitbox, but our runners can utilize that special beam attack, that X Factor, against Phantoon, and we also will see it against Dragon as well. So Joker taking a running start. Nice short charge there to get through those speed blocks. And now with Power Bomb selected, we'll be utilizing the D-called X Factor, the D Factor. Look at those particles fly. Oh, but does not connect on all 4 particles. If you don't connect on all 4 particles, you cannot shoot anything. Oh, and missing a super. That's a 3-round. That's a 1-round for MM2. This is insane. Oh my goodness. MM2 takes the lead on Phantoon. On the Phantoon fight, I should say. Oh my goodness. It can happen that fast, chat. Just all it takes is a slight hiccup on a mini-boss. Oh, be careful, Joker. Don't fall through the sand. Yes, mid-air morph to grab that E-tank. So MM2 with no power bombs needs to get a drop if he's going to open against Dragon with an X Factor. This is an interesting situation to be in, but nails the full halfie. Way to go, MM2. But does not get the drop he needs. And Joker going with, I think that was maybe a halfie? I don't think it was a quarter halfie. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but got the Shine Spark, but not unsure of the actual distance. We'll call it a 1/3 halfie. Well, you know, I'm feeling generous. So MM2 gonna have to open with simply a Shine Spark. It'll be not the usual 1-2 combination. This might give Joker the opportunity to bounce right back. If Joker can get an optimal Dragon fight here. So that is the Shine Spark from MM2 into missiles, yes. Delivering the munitions. And now looking to land yet another Shine Spark. Oh, Dragon being a complete troll. And just evading from that Shine Spark. But MM2 with Ice Water in his veins, delivering yet another Shine Spark. D-boost off the turret right into Super's delivery. Is 1 Shine Spark away from finishing off Dragon and getting that blue suit. But being swooped to death here, my goodness. BrJoker also having to deal with these swoops. A really nice fight from both players. MM2 the first to defeat Dragon, but BrJoker not far behind. Just needs to deliver a bit more damage to Dragon's belly. Oh, a little early on that Shine Spark as Dragon swooped down and into another goop pattern. And that is a dead Dragon as well for Joker, but MM2 taking the lead here. Joker trying to convert to a spike suit. And welcome in runners from Speedrunners Arena. We hope you're ready for a close one. This is SGLive 2022 Super Metroid Any Percent Silver Bracket action. This is the upper bracket winners second round between mm2nescartridge and BrJoker. No Womple jump from MM2, but I can't hold it against him. BrJoker has collected the space jump. MM2 leaving the Coliseum on his way to get the plasma beam. So now BrJoker has a deficit to make up. No Womple jump from BrJoker as well, but you know what? It's absolutely fine. I'm perfectly calm. I'm calmer than you are, chat. Just remember, no Womple jump makes hockey go something something. Quick farm there from MM2 in Cack Attack Alley, or post Cack Attack Alley. Kind of the Cack Attack hangout spot, not the alleyway. And now setting up for Plasma Spark. Oh, not even storing the Shine Spark. That is the right idea, because Plasma Spark is a complete scam. Very, very difficult trick. Only seen it in a race setting twice in my Super Metroid commentating career. But now BrJoker going for the Plasma Spark. But it expires before he gets to the platform with the choot on it. Well, choot. No Plasma Spark, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. Like I said, very, very low probability of success for even the most accomplished runner. So the plasma beam has unique properties in that it has kind of an armor-piercing effect, and when coupled with the wave beam, is almost as wide as the spazer, and it is just the superior beam. No offense to the spazer. So MM2 leaving plasma, BrJoker destroying these pink plasma guarding pirates, really making up some time, only about 2 door transitions behind MM2, but MM2 nailing that moonfall right there in that pancake tower. I don't know what else to call it. I'm sorry, chat. We changed the chute to the rapid transport tube that MM2 is now going down because it is guarded by chutes. That's the chute. Not the room before plasma. Try saying that 5 times fast. I dare you. But I dare these runners to continue to spellbind and captivate the way that they have been throughout this race right here on SpeedGaming 2. This has been a doozy. We've had multiple lead changes. Optimal EVA room there from BrJoker. Just a little bit of a wall bonk there at the end, but still gaining on MM2. BrJoker putting on the afterburners, but MM2 maintaining his lead. Oh, just barely missing that elevator as MM2. It's all it takes is just these little tiny... Oh, BrJoker also not getting the good elevator, but you know what? Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. The thing about mistakes in this game is usually you want to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. There's what separates the great racers from the just okay racers is that they can elevate their play when their opponent starts to make mistakes. It's like a force multiplier. It just ends up catching up and perhaps taking the lead from your opponent by taking advantage of the mistakes they're making. But it's not a mistake that you're seeing them pick up the ice beam right now. Late ice in KPDR is the optimal routing. And now I would be shocked if either runner went with the northern route. I think southern route is the way to go. Powerbomb selected. That's a dead giveaway that our runners are going to be utilizing that southern route. So MM2 into the crumble block, crumble shaft, right into Croc Speedway. Ooh, nice moonfall. Oh, very nice moonfall from Joker. MM2 through the Croc Speedway on his way to the Nutella refill. That's right, Chad. I say Nutella, not Nutella. You know what? The manufacturer says it's Nutella, so it's Nutella. Oh, BrJoker nearly saving that space boost. So close. Just dropped it at the very end there. But really gaining on MM2 here as MM2 makes it down. Farming these violas and opening that door. No chronic boost. Oh, but BrJoker went for the chronic boost, but didn't quite get the door open fast enough. You know what, Chad? I do say hazelnut. Nutella is a hazelnut spread. It's delicious, but what else is delicious is the way both of these runners are playing in this race. This is where the excitement just goes to 11 down here in Lower Norfair. Lower Norfair is treacherous, but with this item loadout, our runners can execute amazing strats and make some of these rooms look oh so easy. We're about to see MM2 and BrJoker enter the pillars room, hopefully nailing these short charges to get the pillars sparked. Fast pillars engaged. And right into worst room of the game. So slightly health sparing there from BrJoker, taking a running start there on that shine spark through those pillars and destroying the ceiling with a power bomb. Graceful arc above that pirate. Man, Joker is just charging through, hot on the heels of MM2. Neither runner dropping that space jump, although BrJoker did cling to that left side wall to avoid dropping that space jump rhythm. Space jump is very difficult to get the timing right outside of water. Underwater, you can just spam the jump button all you want. But above ground, I should say above water, it takes a certain rhythm. Oh, BrJoker tanking some damage, but destroying that third and final red key hunter there on the red key hunter shaft. MM2 into Wasteland. Would do well, both of these runners, to avoid taking any damage off of these Diskegas. Every enemy in Lower Norfair hits like an absolute freight train. It just leaves you just gobsmacked, looking at your health, saying, did you get the number on that locomotive? Oh, BrJoker getting a little hung up there on those Diskegas, trying to KO through those platforms to capitalize. Make up for that lost time. Oh, unfortunately, taking the damage off the spikes, but not KOing through either of them. And MM2 with not the most optimal metal pirates, but is through the room. This is a great opportunity for BrJoker here to catch up. Optimal pirates from Joker. So MM2 heading into this fight with decent energy, but great resources, great ammunition. So Ridley, very difficult fight. Our runners are going to want to manipulate Ridley into a pogo pattern. You see MM2 delivering that extra shine spark, delivering that extra charge shot from from on high, from above. That allows an extra shot once you reach the ground. And oh my goodness, Ridley is not playing nice for either one of these runners, but MM2 already has the first color change. Once you get the second color change, our runners can just pump those supers into Ridley and just rapidly defeat him, but unnecessary to do so with this plasma beam combination. That is a dead Ridley for MM2. Very nicely fought. BrJoker just trying to wrap up Ridley here to catch up to MM2, but Ridley is not playing nice. Oh, be careful. 4 energy for Joker. 4 energy. Be careful, Joker. Don't get hit. Don't get hit from this damn pelican. I said it again, this darn pelican. No! A dip into the acid with 4 energy. Oh, in heartbreaking fashion. BrJoker, unfortunately, has taken a death here in Lower Norfair. Chat, give BrJoker your GGs. Wish we could have gave him our energy, chat. Oh, that was so close. So close. Oh my goodness. Well fought, well executed there from BrJoker, the pride of Brazilian speedrunning, but just not enough. So close. Very tough fight. You get down below 1 energy tank, I think Ridley does like, you know, probably between 40 and 60 damage with the gravity suit, and it's tough. It's so tough. So MM2, perhaps knowing that his opponent has taken a death here, opting to pick up the Firefleet E-Tank, a timely energy refill as he had drifted below 100 energy. Didn't have any tanks full. So full 5 tanks now on this Lower Norfair escape. This should make getting past the 3 Musketeers no sweat for him. MM2 with a little space boost there through that Alcoon. No problem at all. Really nice strat, and now we'll see what the 3 Musketeers have in store for MM2 here. You know, chat, as MM2 makes his Lower Norfair escape, very safely blowing away those 3 Musketeer key hunters. Again, give a round of applause to BrJoker. That was an incredible race when you're on the very ragged edge and just pushing it to the absolute limit, trying to make up a small deficit in time, especially against a boss fight. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. So MM2 is heading down to the Frog Speedway, to the business center, and will be kissing Norfair goodbye for the last time. Never to return, because, spoiler alert, chat, the planet explodes at the end of the game. Nobody is returning to Zebus because it's gone. But this is MM2's race to lose. He's got the game, he's got the skill, he's got the race in hand. So we do not have an official forfeit from Joker, and we do see him restarting at the ship back at Criteria. So maybe Joker's banking on some sort of disaster to befall MM2. It ain't over till it's over, chat. And since it ain't over till it's over, you might as well give it another shot. So huge props to BrJoker. Dusted himself off. When the horse kicks you off, you get right back in the saddle. So, tremendous sportsmanship, tremendous competitor in BrJoker. Heading down to Retro Brinstar to pick up that Morph Ball and first missile pack. But MM2 with a tremendous lead, almost 40 minutes ahead. And as Chad points out, MM2, all MM2 has to do to secure victory is save before Mother Brain. He would have to die many times against Mother Brain in order to give BrJoker a chance to catch up. But if he doesn't save, oh my goodness, then BrJoker's going to have a sizable lead. Oh, this is interesting. BrJoker showing us a part of Retro Bryn that we don't often get to see. Perhaps running a variation of Hundo. Going with that Retro Bryn, that second missile pack, and also triggering that security system, that eyeball, and that beam of light. MM2 with a great speedball through Terminator there and just blowing away these pirates. That's why these games are so satisfying, chat. You come through the same areas more than once from backtracking and just, you know, rerouting. And you always come back to those areas just fully strapped up with more movement items and weapons. That something that was so difficult before is just so easy. You can just blow right through it. So MM2 gets to collect his thoughts at the G4 statue cutscene. But Joker, look at this ledge grab climb. Holy smokes, very cleanly done. As he heads up into the parlor and heading towards Bomb Terizo. Now, Joker does have more than 5 missiles. 5 or more will cause Bomb Terizo to utilize kind of this energy wave attack that is very rarely seen unless you were to grab all of the missile refill drops from BT in one go. That's why our runners always stagger them. Because this early in the game, these energy waves do pack a wallop. Oh, now this is even more interesting. MM2 with 20 and 9 thought about saving or perhaps switching to a little bit of Torian Mappo. It's called Mappo because it's like Hundo, but BrJoker just wasting BT. No decapitation animation required. And with 10 missiles. Oh, that's a spicy strat there from MM2. Death from above on those Metroids in Metroid Room 2. Oh, but does get grabbed. MM2's got to be careful here. You got to shake off that first Metroid. And that other Metroid was just fleeing from Samus. Did you see that? It wasn't even engaging. He was just like, I'm getting out of here. She's too strong. But good grouping strats here in Metroid Room 4. MM2 with full resources heading into Baby Skip. But BrJoker with optimal resources, no problem at all getting to early supers. It's been so long since we've seen this area of the game, chat, that I forgot what it was called. And a great elevator from BrJoker. MM2 optimal health, just needs to get this jump rope jumping pattern, needs to clear away this moss, and this Baby Skip will be his. MM2 triumph. Oh, commentator Cars at the last moment getting grabbed. But MM2 facing right and saving 2/3 of a second. That's 40 frames. That is the correct way to face. They say never look back. No, you always look back. But Joker's got those early supers, no sweat. No problemos. But MM2 having to take a little energy refill here. This is going to cost him vital seconds. But I don't think it's going to be enough for BrJoker to mount a furious comeback. MM2 does have a few more challenges ahead of him. He has to execute the Zebetite skip. He will be using that ice beam to freeze one of the Rinkas, and then, in some manner, using iframes to get onto the very edge of that frozen Rinka and clip through that first Zebetite that prevents the rest of the Zebetites from spawning. Perfectly executed on the second try there from MM2. BrJoker into Green Hill, but now Mother Brain 1. Mother Brain 1, chat, can only be damaged by projectiles, only by missiles and supers. And if you pump all your supers into the glass does not have the same hitbox or HP as Mother Brain 1, but you saw MM2 with precision delivery of those munitions is now into Mother Brain 2. So Mother Brain 2, deceptively tricky, but with this beam combination, it's 20 shots. She's got multiple attacks, and I believe after 16 shots, or perhaps it's 14, it's one or the other. I always forget which. Our surviving runner here, MM2, will enter the catch-up phase after delivering that many shots. See that catch-up beam, that just rifling down, and that is it. MM2 has done it. He's damaging down adequately. And now it looks like Joker's running PKRD here, going up the red tower with no Varia suit, grabbing those alpha power bombs. Oh, doesn't quite get the D-boost off the Booyans, but MM2 is already into the baby cutscene. While MM2 waits for the baby Metroid to bail out Samus, I do want to turn your attention, chat, to the schedule. There's a ton of exciting races coming your way. In fact, right now on SpeedGaming 5, we've got S4 versus Space Jump. At 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we've got Omnigazer versus Ivan right here on SpeedGaming 2. And in the prime time position, we've got Zost versus Aussie, Golden Bracket, Winners Bracket action, also on SpeedGaming 2, with commentary from S4, Sforzando, or S4 as I like to call him. We do have many more races coming tonight and tomorrow throughout the week, so make sure to go and cheer on your favorite runner, as well as make some new favorites of your own. So Joker trying to cross the moat here. Oh, triggers the door transition, but MM2 being gifted that hyper beam. Just needs to deliver 36 shots to Mother Brain, snapping that head back like an uppercut. Mother Brain 3 doesn't know what hit her. You want to talk about hitting like a train. Look at the shooting rhythm from MM2. Look at the jump pattern. Optimally, Mother Brain won't be able to get off a single attack that was as close to an optimal fight as you can have from MM2. Nicely done, and he's going to enter the escape sequence. You see Joker practicing those horizontal bomb jumps. That is the backup strategy for crossing the moat in a Phantoon first, any percent route. Very, very challenging. But MM2 on the escape, not getting hung up on those gates. Just a couple of rooms away from victory. Oh my goodness, doing it for the memes. Using the 100% map strats here on the escape. In your life, have you seen anything like this? Saving the Shine Spark, dropping all the way down the Leodog's room. Oh my goodness. Full meme percent. Look at... Have you seen anything like this, chat? 100% map completion strats in an any percent race. Just stunting on him. Behemoth Spark from MM2 as he enters the parlor. MM2 is a door transition and a series of ledge grabs away from the next round, where he will be facing the winner of the Sign-In versus P-Toil match, which is today. MM2 into the landing site, but of course sparking vertically to get all those tiles necessary for a 100% map. And a graceful fall back down to the surface of Zebus, getting to the ship, finishing with an official race time of 49:41. GG's to MM2, and we do have an official forfeit from BrJoker. All right, if I can get the commentator controls to work, we will be marking our runners, and hopefully they will join us for an interview.
What is up, hockey?
We are joined today by the winner and advancing to the next round in the Super Metroid Any Percent Silver Bracket Tournament, mm2nescartridge. GG's, MM2.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not too happy with that run, except for the Lower Norfair segment. Lower Norfair was great. Like, that was a very solid segment. I played 0.3 off my gold. Everything else was trash. But that's what happens when you don't run any percent.
I don't know, M2. You ran any percent today, and it looked pretty sharp. Sub 50 time. Some really good flashes of absolute brilliance throughout this run. I thought that Ridley fight was terrific. A little bit tough though, heading into Dragon without a power bomb.
Yeah, it's tough, and no grapple to help me out. But yeah, it's just you do what you can do. Hope that your opponent slips up somewhere and lets you catch back up. And then then the unfortunate death, and I was just, all right, let's just be in safety mode. Don't take any risks. Take a save when you can, and then it's Mapoturian, because why not? I feel like that isn't too much BM.
No, not at all. Not at all. We love the Mapoturian, love the Mapo escape. But no, I thought it was really well played, M2. But looking ahead on the schedule, you do have to face the winner of Sign-In versus P-Toil. Pretty tough competition.
Yeah, and I won't be in practice for any percent, very likely, because I'm going to be practicing other stuff for other tournaments, like SMZ3. But yeah, it's going to be a good race. They're both very solid runners, and I'm looking forward to the matchup. Especially since I actually raced P-Toil and Mapo yesterday for a different tournament, and I beat him in that, so I know if he wins versus Sign-In, then he'll be looking for revenge. But we'll see how that goes.
Right you are, M2, right you are. So, BrJoker will not be joining us, but we do wish him well. He does get bounced down to the lower bracket, but it remains in the tournament. He will be taking on Chrono. Date and time to be determined, so make sure you check that schedule, because this is an exciting up-and-coming runner. Definitely putting in a lot of time into any percent. But MM2, it's been a pleasure to commentate your race, to see you in action, and we're definitely wishing you the very best of luck as the tournament unfolds.
Thank you very much, Hockey, and I also very much look forward to watching this race back. It was really close for like pretty much the whole race. So
it was
excited.
It was nip and tuck. I mean, there were sizable leads from both of you, and both of you just came storming back on different occasions, either outright passing each other or cutting the deficit to very, very close times. It was a very exciting watch. So hoping to see more exciting races throughout this tournament in both brackets, the gold and the silver bracket. And that is all but a guarantee. So, MM2, any final closing thoughts?
Big GG's to BrJoker. Just very glad to get to race you. I was like, okay, well, hopefully my first round will be somewhat easy. But then I saw that his PB was better than mine, so I was kind of scared. And then, but yeah, it turned out pretty well. So yeah, excited to race whoever I'm racing next. Good luck to BrJoker in his future tournament races, and then of course, Hockey. Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure.
The pleasure's all mine, MM2. I love to commentate and try to give people a good show, but the racers can do that all on their own. Your devotion, skill, knowledge, techniques, tactics, as well as strategies, as we see on display right here on SpeedGaming 2. That's the real draw. It stands on its own, but hopefully I can just add a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor, just to make it that much better. So with that said, we're going to pack it up here, chat, here on SpeedGaming 2, but I will be returning for the next race. That is going to be between OmniGazer and Ivan. Perhaps you've heard of either of those runners. Incredible, incredible speedrunners.
Yeah,
But
I hear OmniGazer plays on keyboard even.
oh my, a fellow keyboard user. Impressive stuff. So, on behalf of the tournament organizers of the SGLive Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament and all the people behind the scenes here at SpeedGaming, this has been the Hockey Towner, wishing you all a wonderful day and a better tomorrow.